This was the first comedy movie that we're watching on the channel.
Really?
Yeah. What else would we watch that's a comedy?
Star Wars Episode 2?
You recommended this one because you've seen this before and I haven't.
Yes, correct.
I was prepared for this to be super cringe and awful because it's Seth MacFarlane.
Correct.
It was really funny, first of all, I'll say that.
I remembered it being a little bit more funny.
Well, I think what happens, because the second thing I was going to say is a lot of the parts where Ted is talking, it's cringe because it's just Seth MacFarlane.
True. Yeah.
And some of the jokes really don't land. Like, they miss hard.
I was gonna say, some of them were like really just kind of cringy and childish.
And racist.
There was a lot of racism.
Like, the fight with the Asian guy.
Oh, that was just straight racist.
It was so
There's a lot of Jewish jokes.
Yeah, they like beat up a Jewish kid in the beginning, and some of that was a little uncomfortable. It wasn't like funny. It's just like, wow. But that's Seth MacFarlane. Like, that's his humor. And the other type of thing that doesn't work is like the references.
That literally is like Family Guy. Yeah, because like when Family Guy makes those references, they kind of like show you something. This, you just kind of gotta like get it.
Yeah, because usually there's cutaway gags, or it like shows the celebrity. But like you said, they just say the line. And if you don't know who it is, which a lot of them are some obscure references, I feel like.
Oh, I didn't know them. I didn't know any of them.
Like, a huge plot point of the movie is Flash Gordon references. And like, I know what that is, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, me neither.
And they had like a scene for scene Airplane remake when they were dancing on the dance floor.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, that was scene for scene from Airplane. But yeah, like a huge plot point was whoever that actor is.
The guy who played Flash Gordon,
Yeah, what's his name?
Sam J. Jones.
Yeah, he was like a big plot point. He was in the movie. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was their hero.
Ryan Reynolds shows up as some random dude's lover.
Yeah, that was like he was like part of a gay couple.
But yeah, a lot of those references don't work for me. They don't work in Family Guy a lot of the times. But with all that out of the way, a lot of the shit was really funny.
Yeah, there's definitely some great moments. I actually was like crying at one scene.
The fighting scene.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, when they're like fighting and he gets the lamp tangled up and smashes himself in the head.
He kicks him into the drawers. It's just funny seeing the teddy bear beat the shit out of him. I remember that being the funniest scene, and it still is the funniest scene.
That one and all the stuff with like Tammy Lynn, Ted's like love interest.
Oh yeah, when she like got all pissed off at the dinner.
Yeah, the dinner scene was funny, and like just them banging in the store, and then the manager gives him a promotion.
Promotion?
I love that guy. There's a lot of great side characters. What's the really famous comedian's name who's in Community? He was her
Oh
boss.
yeah, that's the boss.
It's like Joel.
Joel McHale.
Yes, he was really good as that role. He's always funny. He plays such a good like asshole character.
Yeah, just some rich dude who wants to bang all his employees.
And then the crazy people that kidnapped Ted, they were so funny, especially the kid.
And the big kid was just making fun of his weight.
It was all fat jokes, but what did the kid say to Mark Wahlberg? He said, "What's this fuck looking at?"
That was at the park, right?
Yeah, at the park, and the kid, Mark
He's
Wahlberg.
like, the fuck is wrong with this kid?
Yeah, it's funny. And the dad's like some psychopath. He played the creepy role so well, dancing in front of his TV. Another thing that was surprising, like, besides all the comedy, because knowing Seth MacFarlane, I feel like this movie was just going to be comedy, that's it. But it was surprisingly sad.
Yeah, I guess they actually kind of made a decent, like, storyline, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I was invested in their relationship.
I would say, it was like he was trying to be with his, whoever Mila Kunis's character's name was. I totally forgot.
I don't know either. Yeah, I thought that was a good dynamic, actually.
Yeah, it was just trying to prove that he could grow up out of his teddy bear.
A lot of other movies, it'd be really, like, basic, and if it's mostly comedy, but it got kind of sad at some points, especially when Ted dies.
Ripped in half at the end.
Yeah, and honestly, I wish they kept him dead because that nailed the message. Like, you don't need your bear anymore. You've moved on. You're an adult.
They need their fucking sequel.
Well, okay, I knew because obviously there's a sequel, so they needed it for that, and then it's a comedy, so to end with like a really tragic death like that would kind of be not a great way to end your comedy movie.
Yeah. The storyline works. It's simple because I'll just give you the second one. The storyline's fucking ridiculous. It like makes no sense.
I don't see this film working as a sequel at all.
Yeah, the sequel's not as good. I remember being a little bit more funny from the first time I watched it. It was still funny. Some of the jokes to me came off as a little childish, like the Thunder Buddies song. I like there's actually like a couple fart jokes, and it's like okay, like I'm a little past that. I guess that's just to show that their child, like Mark Wahlberg's character John is childish. The jokes were like funny because it's our crappy sense of humor, or they were just childish, or just like kind of like wild, like racist. And I was like, holy shit.
I liked the physical humor when they would like get hit or like someone would fight, and just the weird characters. That's what worked for me.
But like you said, some shit just really didn't land, especially watching it another second time.
But in the end, like this ended up being, I guess, one of the funniest comedies I've seen. I don't have a lot to compare it to, I feel like.
I definitely don't. I haven't seen a lot of comedies. Like I want to try watching more, maybe of that, like, I don't know if I'd say more mature.
I think you would love Airplane, dude. I think that's the category I fall in, because I literally love like Monty Python, The Holy Grail, and Airplane, and Blazing Saddles. That one's funny.
Like I like Groundhog Day. That movie's not like crazy fucking wild like this movie, but like I found it very funny.
This like category of comedy where it's Will Ferrell and like Adam Sandler, I don't like those movies. I don't really either. When you don't watch them as a kid, that type of humor goes right over your head, and it's just not funny anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But there's still enjoyable moments in this movie. It's a simple plot, which is fine. It's like a Family Guy type shit. So a simple plot like works.
If you don't like Family Guy, I still think give this a watch though, because I'm okay with Family Guy, but some of the jokes were just better crafted. At least the physical ones between like the actual characters. So with all that, I guess I would say it was pretty solid. I'm thinking a 7 out of 10, a good movie. I don't think I'd watch it again, but it'll definitely stick out in my mind as like one of the better comedies I've ever seen. Yeah,
I'm probably going to give it, I would say, a B-. I think coming into it, I was thinking more like B, maybe B+, but after a second watch, I'll give it like a B-. It's still decent. So this is a movie?
Yeah, it's a really good, like, cheesy 80s. Wow, 1980 exactly. Hey, this also has a 69. What are the chances of that?
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, see, that's decent scores.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly where I'm at, so.
I was gonna say, after, like, the part when they, like, grew up, I was like, damn, this is not as good. And it kind of got better towards the middle and end.
You mean when he kicks him out?
When they were kids, it was pretty funny, but as soon as they, like, got to, like, their adult part, it was... the beginning of it.
Oh, like, so literally the beginning? The first, like, 10 minutes?
Pretty much.
I agree with you, though. Like, the beginning was so fucking funny.
When they were children, when Ted, like, came to life, that was funny. And then, like, as soon as they, like, jumped to their, like, where they are now, that's when I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of cringy. Because that's when they did, like, the Thunder Buddy song. I hate that shit. Like, the only funny part is when he's driving him to work and he, like, hit the car.
That concept was funny, but they could have taken it so much further. Like, he just scraped the side of the car. They literally could have had him crash through the side of the building. And, like, that would have been so much funnier. But somehow they just didn't take it that far.
Scrapes the car.
I think part of it is his voice, too. Like, Seth MacFarlane's voice is literally just Peter Griffin.
I mean, they all just have, like, shitty, stereotypical Boston accents.
Mark Wahlberg tried to do a Boston accent. It did not work at all.
Like, even Mila Kunis had a Boston accent.
She did?
Yeah, she did. She was trying it.
They kept, like, phasing in and out of it. It was so
I just like when you said teddy bear, like Mark Wahlberg. Teddy bear. I don't even know.
Teddy bear. Yeah, I did notice that sometimes. Funny at times, but honestly overrated. Let's be honest, there's only so much of Seth MacFarlane any of us can take. He's funny in 20-minute doses on Family Guy, and even that's pushing it. After the first hour, his disturbed sense of humor becomes interminable. So his sense of humor becomes endless. I don't think that's the right word.
Say, that's like, isn't that like saying like it's amazing?
Yeah, I would have said intolerable. But anyway.
That's like saying it's timeless. I could watch it forever.
Yeah, okay.
His sense of humor is so shitty that it's timeless. I can just watch it forever.
His disturbed sense of humor is fucking awesome.
I love it.
I love this movie. It's hilarious and still has a heartwarming story with a bunch of other elements. It's got some scary parts, some emotional parts, while being a stupid comedy. If you like comedy, you can't like this. Agree 100%.
Because I wrote that. That was me.
You wrote this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Surprise.
You gave it a way higher score than you just did, so that's...
I wrote it a year ago. Even though it says I wrote it a couple months ago.
So now you have to update it and say on rewatch. It's not as funny.
A little more cringy, but everything still applies.
I grew up a little bit since the first... Maybe that's why you didn't find it as funny.
I grew up a little bit since October.
Moral of the story, settle for your deadbeat, immature, selfish, stoner, late 40-something-year-old. Whoa. You're not fooling anyone, Mark, boyfriend, even when you're out of his league and have better options. Mila's character, hardworking, beautiful. Dude, this guy's literally just... He's simping for Mila Kunis in a role in a movie. Are you kidding me? A lot of toilet humor and weed jokes. Yeah, true. I'm surprised no one has said, like, too many gay jokes or too many racist jokes. Because those were pretty, like... I was kind of like, whoa. It's a product of its time for sure. I don't understand the great ratings. I would have expected his movie with all the sex and poop jokes would only have appealed to teens. Yeah, it does. That's the point. Wait, did someone else really just say that... I don't know what's worse. Mark thinking he's young or capable of having a girlfriend? Dude, people are ripping on Mark Wahlberg. You know what? I was thinking that at the start. Mila Kunis with Mark Wahlberg was kind of odd. But just, like, their characters really worked, like, by the end. It was believable.
You want a spoiler for part 2?
What? Did they... No, yeah. We're not going to watch it, so...
Oh, so we probably won't even watch it. I mean, she's not even in the next movie, so they just get, like, divorced.
Are you serious?
Yeah. She's flat out on the next movie at all. She probably didn't want to come back for the next one, and so they just said he got divorced.
Wow, that's so stupid. The whole first movie builds up their relationship.
Yeah. It's pretty much like a whole different movie just based around the same bear.
Hey, this guy said exactly what you said about it running out of steam in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Just watch the opening scene and then stop watching. Alright, well, I'm done with that.
Cut.